Zurich on flight number BA8767. Please return to the British Airways check-in desk.
Please ensure that you have relevant immigration form required for clearing the yes procedure in Shannon. Also, please take with you any newspapers and magazines from the lounge if you would like to read these on board. We would like to remind you that the use of mobile telephones is not permitted within the terminal building and the aircraft. Please have your boarding passes ready for inspection as you board the aircraft. We thank you for choosing this service and we wish you a pleasant flight.
How are you? Fabulous, thanks ever so much. It's 5 rows down on the right as you go, okay? Hello sir, how are you?
Hello.
British Airways service to New York via Shannon. A quick reminder that all your hand baggage must be safely put away into the overhead lockers as the floor area around your seat must be completely clear for takeoff. Electronic devices including mobile phones with a flight mode must be switched off whenever the aircraft engines are running on the ground during takeoff and approach as well as landing. During the flight, mobile phones may only be switched on in a normal mode when the no mobile signs are turned off, and to avoid disturbing other passengers, please ensure that your mobile phone is set to silent. Further information regarding the use of electronic items on board can be found in the Essentials section of the High Life magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. If your mobile phone has a flight mode, please enable it now, then switch the phone off until we've taken off. If you do have further questions or need any help, please do contact any one of the crew. The safety card in your seat area shows details of escape routes, oxygen masks and life jackets. It also shows the brace position that you must adopt in an emergency landing. Emergency exits are on both sides of the aircraft. They are clearly signed and are being pointed out to you now. There are 2 exits at the rear of the cabin and 2 at the front of the aircraft. Please take a moment now to locate the exit nearest to you, bearing in mind the nearest usable exit may be behind you. To help you find your way to the exits, additional lighting will be provided in the aisle at floor level. In the unlikely event of having to use the escape slide, leave all of your hand baggage behind and remove high heel shoes as these may tear the slide. Please now ensure that your tray table is folded away, seat is fully upright with the armrests down and your seatbelt fastened. The seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and unfastened like this. Whenever the fasten seatbelt signs are on, you must go back to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. If you're planning to sleep, please ensure your seatbelt is visible and mobile. And mobile phone switched off to avoid being disturbed in flight. If the cabin air supply fails, oxygen will be provided. Masks like this would appear automatically. Stay in your seat and pull a mask towards you. This opens the oxygen supply. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this and breathe normally, adjusting this band to secure it. Do ensure your own mask is fitted before helping anyone else, and please note the bag does not inflate. Your life jacket is behind the panel at floor level in between each pair of seats. If you cannot find this, do ask a member of crew after the safety briefing. In the event of landing on water, remove the life jacket from its container, then pull it over your head. Pass these tapes around your waist and tie them securely into a double bow at the side. To inflate, pull the red toggle as shown. The air can also be topped up using this mouthpiece, and there is a whistle here for attracting attention. Do not inflate your life jacket until you are outside the aircraft, and we would supply lifeguards for babies and life jackets for children. Thank you for your attention and welcome on board.
comfort and safety are very important to us, so please, whenever you are seated, we do recommend you do have your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight. It must be securely fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on. We will be serving a light appetizer during this short flight to Shannon, along with a drink of your choice. On arrival at Shannon, you will be clearing the US Customs and Immigration procedures, so that when we do reach New York, you'll need to only collect your baggage that you've checked in and land as a domestic passenger. I'll give you further information very shortly. We do also have a live communication service on this flight called On Air, providing a data transfer service to your mobile phone via email and text. As soon as the no mobile zones are switched off, the service will be available. You can use On Air on this part of your journey until approximately 15 minutes prior to arrival into Shannon. Usage is charged in accordance with your network provider's roaming agreement. Whenever you do see the no mobile sign illuminated, please switch off your phone and please refer to the guide in your seat pocket for further information. For your entertainment on board, we do have individual iPads, which will be available just after we have taken off from Shannon on our departure to New York. And ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, you will be clearing US Customs and Immigration during our short transit stop in Shannon. You will need to take all of your hand baggage and personal items with you when leaving the aircraft in Shannon. Any item that is left behind may be removed by Customs, who will be checking the aircraft once we have all disembarked. In line with US agriculture requirements, fruit, vegetables and plants may not be taken into the US and therefore will not be permitted here in Shannon. You will need your completed customs declaration forms, passport, boarding cards and any checked baggage receipt ready for inspection at US Border Control. There is only sufficient time to clear immigration and customs during this stop in Shannon. If you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask one of the crew. All else now, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. If we can be of any assistance, please ask. And ensure now that all electronic and mobile phones are switched off. Thank you. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to Shannon. The time here is 5 minutes past 5. We will shortly be arriving on stand, but back in action, please to ensure the seatbelts do remain fastened until we have arrived on stand and the seatbelt signs have been switched off. When you leave us, please ensure you do take everything with you, but please be careful when you open the overhead lockers in case items have moved and fall out during the flight. Once leaving the aircraft, if you just follow signs to the US Pre-Clearance Centre, if you do have any baggage checked into the hold today, please just wait in the holding area until our ground team do let you know that all bags have been processed and the pre-clearance team are ready to accept you. If you are just travelling with hand baggage, please proceed straight away to the pre-clearance desks. We will endeavour to try and get round and push back as quickly as we can. We do have a scheduled turnaround time of 45 minutes here in Shannon, but we will do our best to try and get away on time or hopefully a few minutes ahead of schedule. So please just bear in mind we do only have time to clear customs and immigration here in Shannon itself. When you leave us today, please, if you do require any assistance, please contact a member of the Service Air Ground team who are happy to assist. We do look forward to welcoming you back very shortly.
And we ask all passengers to please have your passports open and your boarding card ready for inspection. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Mobile phones with the flight mode must be switched off whenever the aircraft engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. During the flight, mobile phones may only be switched on in normal mode when the no mobile signs are turned off. To avoid disturbing other passengers, please ensure your mobile phone is set to silent. Further information regarding the use of all electronic items on board can be found in the Essentials section of High Life magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. However, if you do have further questions, please do not hesitate to contact any one of them.
So we'll be taking you over to New York JFK. I'm pleased to say we're quite a bit ahead of the game. We should be departing about 15 minutes ahead of schedule, hopefully in about 5 minutes' time. Just waiting for the refuelers bring his refueling sheet up. I can then sign for that and we can close up and be on our way. The flight time today is 7 hours 35 minutes and we'll just try and speed up a little bit and hopefully be on time into Kennedy. The on-air system will be working for the majority of the flight, but about an hour before we land into Kennedy, once we enter US airspace, the system does switch off. This is a US regulation, which we don't actually have any control over. That's about it from me. The next time we'll hear from me will be around about 40 minutes before we land into New York. Thank you. along Long Island, and then after touchdown, another runway to cross, short taxi onto our stand, landing in just over half an hour. So landing about 25 minutes past 8 local time, 5 hours behind London. And it's just ahead of our scheduled time of arrival, which is 8:30. If you're setting your watches now, it's 10 to 8 in New York. Weather's quite nice. A little bit of scattered cloud about, but nice and clear once we're down lower levels. A light breeze from the west, and temperature is 8 Celsius, around 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, the very capable hands of crew for the last half an hour or so of flight. Do wish you a safe onward journey. Thank you.
If I can ask you please now to return to your seats, ensuring all items in your hand baggage have been stowed, and then you do take your seats and fasten your seatbelts for arrival. As we take off, ensure tray tapes are stowed, armrests are down, and seat bags are upright. Any electronic equipment does need to be switched off, toilets not in use. Gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and your crew, I'd like to welcome you to New York's JFK. We will shortly be arriving onto Terminal 7. The time here is just gone 20 minutes past 8. In the interest of safety, now remain seated with seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft comes to a complete and final stop and seatbelt signs has been extinguished. When you leave us today, ensure you take everything with you, but please be careful when you open the overhead lockers in case items have moved and fall out and cause injury. And just a reminder too that smoking is not permitted when leaving the aircraft or at any point inside the terminal building. Our British Airways ground colleagues here will be waiting to meet the flight. Alternatively, please contact a member of the One World Alliance. On behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it has been our pleasure to have you on board today. We do hope you've enjoyed your flight with us, and we do wish you a very safe, pleasant onward journey to your final destination. On behalf of all of us here, thank you and good evening.
Cabin crew doors to Mendel and cross-check, thank you. Flight deck, final goodbye from Mike and myself. Hope you enjoyed the flight. We're here on time, 8:30. Jetty's just pulling up on the front left-hand door of the aeroplane. So we have you away for a nice swift getaway in just a few moments. It's been a pleasure having you on board, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.